Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We're about ready to start on a new ticket here, and we have a Platinum 1 lying around, so sure, let's use it. Who cares? Oh look, and I have dailies available. How nice. Meanwhile, what's on TV? Blitzfus versus Ujiri. That's probably a good game. What's happening here? Are we gonna see, is this a Thunderhead game? Could be. Seems like Thunderhead could be alright. But I don't know, maybe the Cluster Bolt kills it too quickly and like you're not getting that much value because Omegas are pretty good absorbers anyway. I thought green-blue would be better. I don't know, like, I certainly in the past have played, like many years ago, I played like a Sinestra against, I think it was Centurion game? Against a strong player, and I won with the Sinestras. Just put on too much pressure before you could get anything going. I don't think that's actually correct though. I think you ought to be able to get Centurion going well enough to beat the Sinestra rush. I don't know, and so like, obviously there's no Centurion here, but Omega seems like it ought to be similar, but even easier to get out, right? Because it's just 3 blue as opposed to like green, green, blue, blue, red. And then there's like Xeno Guardian as like a bridge on the way there. At any rate, it seems to me like green, blue should be better than just going straight red, green, but what do I know? Okay, playing against Nantrix. I understand a relatively new player who has been streaming and reached Master Tier a day or two ago, so this should be fun. Weird set. Not much in the way of attackers, so Tarsiers are going to be the way to go, I guess. Not much support for Breach Proof. I think you can probably get to Energy Matrix, right? I don't know. I think in Base Plus Energy Matrix, you're supposed to ignore Energy Matrix because it's too slow. I'm not sure about that, though. So the thing is, I don't actually have to mirror with the Engineer here. I can build a Conduit because Trinity Drone is basically an extra drone without having to commit to the Engineer just yet. You can spend 1 less gold and 1 more green, so hooray, it's $1 cheaper, making this equivalent to a drone. And then on future turns, you can click this whenever you want to turn green into gold. So again, it's acting like another drone. Or the Conduit's acting like a drone in that case. Now the question is, at this point I really do have to commit. I could build an Engineer and go for high econ. I think that's probably playable. But what if I went for like attackers right away? Next turn he's going to triple drone Blast Forge. I don't really see that much appeal from like rushing out boreholes. Likewise, Tarsiers aren't that amazing. I think I'll just regret letting him get ahead of me on Absorb. So we're gonna do this. Ugh, I forgot to turn off the thing that I was doing the campaign. And anyway, so if I NG here, I can what? I think this is fine. I really would like to rush to punish this, but there's nothing like that really rewards rushing. And I'm not competent enough in base set to defeat the Energy Matrix with just Tarsiers, I don't think. Probably it can be done, but... Anyway, so I think I'd like to build up some Tarsiers first while I continue to drone. And so next turn I can build 8 and 9 is 17. If I do that, I won't be able to get like a Blast Forge. So maybe I'm going to cut 1 drone to get a Blast Forge. 8, 16. Alright, I guess we want this. Because obviously I do want blue here. Something like this is alright, I think. I mean, it's base +5, so it's not a big surprise to see everything being mirrored here. Do I want a wall? I don't like letting him just force out a wall for a single absorb from me. Oh, that's kind of nice, actually. I wish he wouldn't build the borehole. So I do something like this. And then I'm threatening a fair bit of attack next turn, which will make it awkward for him, I hope. And like... I don't know, just drone? When am I gonna get that next Blast Forge is what I want to know. Probably coming up at about next turn seems right. 2 Tarsiers, wall, that's 13. Leaves me enough to build a Blast Forge. And then I can even get a Trinity drone as well if I want, or a regular drone. Okay, so this kills all the engineers, which he can't like at all. We build wall, 2 Tarsiers, Blast Forge, and I think I actually need an engineer more than I need the Trinity. What about a cryo ray? Because like he threatens to kill 2 of my engineers, which I don't like at all. It would leave me with 1. I'm sort of granular in that situation. Do I need the granularity? Maybe not. I think I can defend okay with just the energy matrix. So I'm going to be greedy here and get the Trinity. Do I maybe want to just click and build a regular drone? No, I'll take the Trinity. Okay, this leaves me more drones available to force field / defend with, whereas this would have left me with more ability to convert green into money. But I think I'm going to have a shortage of green. I'm just not going to build that many conduits, and there's plenty of ways to spend it, right, with borehole and force field both being pretty good in how I envision this game turning out. So he's going to have to do something to protect his patroller if he wants to... Whoa. Okay, so he lost the wall to absorb on patroller and save the NGs. That's cool. For me, right? We did 1 extra damage to him in order for him to preserve granularity this turn. He gave it up last turn. I'm not sure that that's a... He gave up absorb anyway last turn. I'm not sure that's such a great idea. He could have just like held back a drone this turn to defend, so... I don't know how great that was for him, but maybe it was fine. Or he could have husked, actually. That would be kind of cool. Cut a Tarsier to build a husk. Meanwhile, I'm defended relatively comfortably. Can I afford another drone? I think probably. Like, I need to be spending my tech a little bit better. We're like running out of Tarsiers kind of soon, and so I'll want to build rhinos. Likewise, I'll want to build steel splitters or boreholes, which are more expensive than energy matrix. So I think 1 more drone is an idea. And again, I think I'll do it like this. I don't know, maybe it would have been better to just build an NG because that also leaves me with some green for a borehole or something. What's the economy looking like at the moment? Right, he has 21 drones. I have 21 drones. Both of us have a clickable trinity. All right, so he's trying to. This is putting on some pressure against me for sure, and also kind of not so great for my granularity. I guess I'm perfectly granular. It's fine. Okay, and in fact, I don't have to do much to defend. I can just like put out a husk as granularity and spend everything else on boreholes. I don't have enough green. Haha. Okay. God, get out of here. Options, interface, no. Okay. And I think we're probably about done droning. Let's just build an engineer. I don't need this husk. I have a... Yeah, I do. I want to save the borehole. That's right. So he's not very granular, and we have pixies. So it's time to figure out like how to exploit this. He would like us to attack for 10. That's enough for wall onto matrix. Attacking for 11, okay, kills that drone. Fine. Is there anything better? Like, no. No. We're just gonna click the pixie on the steel splitter to kill a drone, or to kill a borehole if he does this. Which doesn't seem very good for him. And just get like another borehole, steel splitter, plus some attackers next turn. We're defending 4. Wall Rhino, I guess. Alright, Q will figure that out correctly. But I just wanted to double check that it was true. This just makes me lose Husk or whatever. It doesn't matter. Q can handle any number of pixies being played this turn. So I don't need to think about the defense. And he's gonna... I guess he'll have granularity back next turn. Okay, so we want to over defend by 4. Wall is better for that, I guess. Okay, seems fine. Keep the clock pressure on him, I suppose, or start putting it on since it's been on me all game. Now we're both out of Tarsiers. It's probably like wall time for quite a while. Walls and rhinos. 11 is this. I don't like where this is going. He's actually making me lose some rhinos, I think. Hang on, should I force field? Maybe. Because right now, yeah, force field saves a rhino, I think. He's gonna run out of walls first if we can keep everything else symmetrical, but I don't know if we can. Oh, I should... Right, of course. If I'm not force fielding, then I should have built Husk instead of Rhino, but I did, so... This is sort of fine. I'm worried, though. I think he's ahead. Just the tiniest bit on tempo. Oh, he did kill a Rhino. Well, that stinks. I should have Husked, I think. How are we doing on this line? We're still losing a patroller, right? 10, yeah, yikes. Hold a drone? No, build a rhino instead. Then we're losing the rhino, right? But at least we get to keep like a little bit more defense for next turn. Okay, yeah, I think I'm losing this game. I'm not sure why yet, but that seems to be what's happening. Well, walls, right? That's my main advantage. I think. but he's got more healthier rhinos, right? When he runs out of walls, he can defend with rhinos, which I am in great trouble. Like, I can't really do very comfortably, right? Most of my rhinos are dead. So what if I built a matrix this turn? To save on the wall supply? Right, matrix plus NG is sort of just as much health for the same amount of money, but slightly less prompt when compared to 2 walls. Yeah, but like these rhinos are killers. They're brutal. Ugh. I should have built another matrix this turn. Done the same thing with matrix plus NG. I don't know what I was thinking. Because I would like to delay the turn. Like, I don't have any more walls next turn, right? Or I have only one. And matrix plus NG is a bit slower. So are we making him lose any attack here? He can save 8 health worth of stuff. He's losing 1 attack, so he's attacking for 16. Yeah, but I'm losing like a ton of stuff, right? Oh, and he didn't even lose any attack. I miscalculated. Well, we each lose 1 attacker this turn. No, I lose 2. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just dead. I don't know what happened. Like, it's not like this was sudden. I was way behind for a long time. I'm gonna play it out, because who knows, maybe I'm wrong, but I think his rhinos is, like, just way better. When I built the last 2 Tarsiers, I was feeling like maybe some of these should be rhinos. But I don't know if that would have been enough. Yeah, I'm just toast. I mean, clearly sort of a close-ish game. Well, I don't know. At the end, I was miles behind. But what exactly caused that? And like, was it actually close? Were there a few small things I could have done to fix it? Or was it just a game where, like, the graphs were similar for a long time, but I was behind the whole way? Right, it kind of looks like that. I was just a couple damage behind. 1 or 2 damage behind all game. And I didn't really have much to show for it. So what happened? I had tempo on attackers. I did take a break here to get a Rhino instead of a Tarsier, so he was putting those out a bit faster than I was. Drone-wise, it's all very similar. He got the first Matrix, but... These 2 boreholes were a big deal, actually. Maybe if I had cut this drone to build another NG instead, I would have had extra green and I could build some more boreholes. And then here, I had to build a husk before he did as well. Mostly because of those boreholes, to be honest. And I got out this steel splitter, which, like, if it had been a borehole instead, I could have threatened a little bit more attack, defended a little bit better with this guy. So it seems like the first mistake was mismanaging my green with the Trinity drone. But I don't know, if I'd been a drone behind, like, that would have been bad as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, imagine, though, if this had been a borehole patroller, I'd have one more pixie, and he'd be holding yet another drone, which he can't actually do on this line. So I think I would have applied some very meaningful pressure to him had I not built this last drone. Maybe he has some way to answer it, but it makes his life difficult, right? It was hard enough as it was for him. Imagine if I'd had one more attacker. So like this husk that I had to take a break for, this rhino that suddenly stopped attacking, this third borehole that I haven't built, all of those things are me just not quite doing enough. Focusing too much on defense in the case of my rhino, or economy in the case of the extra drone I built, and neglecting my attack. I mean, like, this rhino did a good job. He applied pressure faster than a Tarsier, and then he was a useful defender pretty quickly. Wait, why did I husk? What is this even defending? What? Oh, right. He's threatening to click his pixie. He just didn't. Okay, I was looking at his turn, not my turn, and I was confused by the attack number. Yeah, but on my turn, this husk makes some sense. It's keeping the patroller alive. But if I'd had like one more defender, because of building an engineer instead of a drone, and one more attacker because of clicking the pixie, sorry, because of building another borehole instead of the steel splitter, I wouldn't have needed this husk. I could cut the engineer and build a Tarsier instead. And I'd have more attack. I think that, yeah, here I'm in bad shape. And he just sort of never really let up. There wasn't a lot of opportunity for counterplay by that time. I just made what looks to me like sort of 2, maybe 3 very small mistakes that combined to give him a break. And he also, like, I don't know, I would say he had great rhino timing, but on the other hand, like, that was when you run out of Tarsiers, build rhinos. So in some sets, like, you should build rhinos before that, and I think he might have had to if I'd put on a little more pressure. As it was, his Tarsiers just timed out very naturally into great rhino timing, but I don't think that that was, like, well played. You started building rhinos as soon as you couldn't build Tarsiers. Like, I'm not... He played well, sure, but it looks like excellent rhino timing when actually I think it was just like, hey, you know, sort of happened. London. Have I played this person? I don't remember. Base plus 10. Cool. So I think Odin beats Amperilla. We're player 1? I can try Odin. I mean, I think that that's pretty good in general. There's some kind of like, you know, green stuff going on, but nothing that amazing. Vi is just going to be too hard to get, I think. I think Odin dominates this set. You can use the spare blue to build any of these things. And if your opponent tries to go red, I think you're there in time to just punch him in the face with Odin. If they go red-green, they have access to Plexo cells, which kind of sucks for you, but... That's still pretty vulnerable to Odin. Now I would like to squeeze in a Steel Splitter here so that I can like build a Manticore after the Odin turn, maybe? But, I mean, I don't know. That's silly, right? How good is a Manticore? Once you have 3 attackers, 3 Steel Splitters from Odin, you're not going to be clicking Manticore, so it's just like a high-tech, low-gold Steel Splitter, which is not really what you want after building a bunch of drones. So this is the standard, like, Player 1 Odin Rush. I don't see any clear reason to deviate from it here. Chieftain is kind of cool soak, but you don't want to build it right now. I think he's just going to build a Steel Splitter and then, like, try to turn it into a Manticore later. Which, you know, a Manticore does a good job against my Odin, but yeah, see, you can't really fit that in while also going for Odin. And if you delay Odin by like another turn, I think you're in bad shape. Now I have what? 17 drones? I can build Omegas after the Odin. Okay, so he is going to go for the Manticore thing, I guess. Or maybe Omegas? That's what this looks like, right? This looks like skipping Odin and getting Omegas. Or at least starting with an Omega. Yeah, you can't actually spend your blue if you want an Odin. I think he knows that, and it's just thinking about not getting the Odin. The player 1 Odin line is a big threat. Like, it's just tough to deal with as player 2, because first Odin is so powerful. I think he's... Okay, so he's going to go for higher economy and try to get, like, Manticores, basically. And so he'll be embarrassing my Odin for a little while by clicking... First he'll click to kill an engineer, then he'll click Manticore to not do any damage. But if he's doing all that, it's going to take him a long time to get to any triple blue. And I think these are like the centerpieces of the set here. I don't know, he's going to have substantially higher economy though. I guess instead of getting Omegas, I could get like Manticores and build like some red or something? So that... I don't know. Is that really an idea? Doesn't seem that great. I think just getting Omegas is pretty cool. He has access to green, which is pretty serious. And more economy. But here's the thing. Like, he built these extra engineers so he'd be defended from my Odin click. I wouldn't threaten to breach, which is true, but if he does this, and I, like, click my Odin and build some more attackers, can he actually get down the second Odin? He can Plexo a time or two, but then I just won't click. So I think I should do something like this. Right? You don't like clicking Odin so early, but... Like, okay, so what's he gonna do? He's gonna have a wall and a Steel Splitter. That's 6 defense. We're threatening 9. So if he wants to get down something using up all of his blue that doesn't defend, he has to build 4 defense, which is a Plexo. But I don't mind not attacking into Plexo. So I think that this, like, trades my Steel Splitter for his Plexo, sort of? I don't know. That doesn't seem so great now that I say it out loud. Maybe instead of Omega, I should get a Manticore so that I can further threaten to not attack. Right now, if he Plexos, it's a big... well, on the other hand, we're not building as much attack, so he won't have to. Maybe this is alright. It takes away some of my Odin fuel for later, which I don't love. Yeah, I think just getting the Omega is the right idea. I don't like clicking the Odin either, but I think it is something that I have to do. Yeah, there's his Plexo, but we just don't attack into this. So if I click Omega, what am I killing? A wall. If I hold Omega, I can get an Omega again. Seems good. Do I need another engineer? Probably not. He's not clicking his Odin. Yeah, so now he can get these Manticores, which is cool. They're not really a thing for me because I'm having to actually like attack since I got the Omegas. And since I have the Omegas, like, I don't know. I could have built the Manticore Steel Splitter, right? I had that turn available. I chose not to. That's a lot of expense to kill 3 engineers. I think he is better off with the Manticore idea. Well, is he though? 3, because he has 5 attack anyway, so clicking a Manticore to unattack doesn't deny me any absorb. If he builds a second Manticore and doesn't build any more attackers, then that'll mean something. But that's not very good for him either. I don't know, I feel like I'm losing here just because I don't have access to green. But I'm hopeful that my tempo on the Omegas and the Odin is enough. Like, first Odin is a big deal, no question about that. So what if I attack with everything but Odin? What does that do? It attacks for 8. Which is losing wall force field. Okay, so that's not so great. If I click the Odin as well, he's losing wall and 2 force fields is 7, 10. So he has to lose a Steel Splitter. And he only gets 3 absorb on the Odin, I think. It's an interesting idea, but of course then I can't develop any more Omegas, so I don't love it. Yeah, I think we just hang on. Try to build attack faster than he can. Take advantage of our bigger absorb. Because right now he has 3, 5. Yeah, the Manticore's... He shouldn't click the Manticore. He should actually attack with it. So he'll be attacking for 7, which is 2 Engies. I think I'll put the Engies back. I also don't like that I'm basically playing like just Odin plus Omega, and he has like he's been playing with more units, right? Playing with just 2 out of these 10 advanced set units can't be great for me. He has access to the green ones, but I don't know. It seemed like a good idea. Rush out that first Odin is usually good. Oh my god, am I really this stupid? Am I letting him kill my Omega or an Odin? Is this worth it for him? God. Of course I can't do this. I'm just like miles behind now, right? Yeah. Okay, I give up. That was a blunder. I don't know. It felt like I was behind, but then I just absolutely threw away any chance. So let's look at this and say, look, I don't want to defend with both of these guys. I should consider attacking with one of them, and the Omega is cheaper to attack with. It means I can't get another attacker, or another Omega, but I could do something like... No, I can't. Well, hang on, is he losing anything? No. So if I do this, I can't build any other attackers. I can do this. Something crazy like this, maybe. Slam down all the walls, make him lose a splitter. I think he's probably going to do this. Save the splitter, but get less absorbed. And now... what? To keep his Odin alive, he kind of has to build 2 walls. And then a splitter? No, he doesn't. He could Plexo, I guess. Like this. But then I just don't attack, and he just loses the Plexo for nothing. And I go back to absorbing on Omega, but this buys him a substantial amount of time. I don't know, this is like an alright turn for him. Right, I'm just doing this, basically. And get... Now I actually am defended, so I can get another Omega. Killing his attacker and preventing him from buying a new one. Or actually, basically, it was the triple wall instead of building my own attacker that bought me time to actually buy another attacker. I don't know. This seems more promising than what I did. I don't know if it's winning, but it does look kind of awkward for him, right? He has to build like another wall. Maybe a Plexo. Can't. So force field. And then splitter. And another wall. Okay, so cut the force field then. I don't know, it doesn't look so great for him, does it? Now again, this time I'm just barely defending both of these guys. I don't have to do anything too exotic. I can get the 4th Omega. He added 1 attack, I'm adding 3. Seems good for me. But, I mean, that's because I'm playing for both sides, right? Now he has his Chieftain blocking, which is cool for him, right? He has 10 absorb this turn, basically. So all of my attacking does nothing, and he can take this moment to buy, say, an Omega. attack with Odin if he wants to pressure me a bit more. I don't know if he should, but he could. I don't know. It seems like I'm doing more attack in this situation. And I'm gonna have to start building splitters soon to make sure the Odin's actually fueled, but that's, what am I gonna do? I have 3 blue and nothing to spend it on, splitters and walls, basically. So I think that's what I'll do next. It's not clear who's winning in this position. I just, at this point, was blind to the fact that I needed to protect my 2, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm defended, great. But I forgot that there's 1 unit that was counting as a defender that I didn't want to defend with. I'd be happy to defend with either of these, but not soak with either of them, right? So you can't defend with both. So, I don't know. This turn really gave him the game. Maybe he was winning it anyway, but this was a big help. Alright, well, 1-1, not too bad. Stay tuned. No, wait. Was that just a single game? Or did I just lose-lose? I just lose-lose, didn't I? Yes, okay. Well, bleh. You guys can write it down as win-lose if you want. Oh well. Sad news. Who could have guessed that I lost the 2 previous games? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.